Hello, my name is Kendall. Welcome back to another creepy and spooky video. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Kendall. For today's video, I'm going to be telling you about a very creepy and mind-turning creature within the back rooms. So without any further introduction, let's begin. The back rooms were initially described as a maze of empty office rooms that can only be entered by note clipping out of reality, but has since grown as thousands of new levels, each with its own unique theme and entities, were discovered. Today's entity is called a hallucination. Unlike in our world where hallucinations are nothing but an experience, in the back rooms it can manifest into an actual being. There is not as much known about these entities compared to other entities in the back rooms, partially due to the way that they hunt and pick their victims. To begin, hallucinations are commonly found on levels 1 through 8. They hide in very dimly lit areas, making them hard to spot. Not only this, but just catching a glimpse of them is extremely difficult. So difficult, in fact, we have yet to have a full or proper description of what they look like. Most often explorers are able to find when they're around a hallucination by a couple subtle hints. 1. By using thermal sensors you can spot them. And 2. By listening very closely you can hear a low-pitched noise which comes from the entity. Especially if you're around a dark area, and at this point, it will be vital that you start moving quickly. Leading into my next point, how hallucinations pick their victims. Now, unlike other creatures I've covered on this channel, hallucinations don't attack right away. They don't see you and then start chasing after you. Rather, they hide in these dimly lit areas, stalking you. They must wait for the perfect time to take action. They seek out a single wanderer or someone who's been separated from their group. The person being alone is vital. Now, once this entity has stalked and ensured that the person is alone, the process of taunting and making this person slowly go insane begins. The hallucination's body releases a neurotoxin. This is their weapon, unlike other creatures that possess strength or stealth. This neurotoxin isn't directly deadly, but its effects are vast. Once a hallucination picks its victim, the person begins to feel the toxin fairly quickly, only 2 to 3 hours later. It begins with the person feeling slight paranoia, feeling like something or someone is watching them at all times, and there's nowhere safe to go. They become skeptical of anyone and everyone, which could be considered a way that this entity keeps their victims vulnerable. Around 12 hours later, fear sets in, and the person begins hallucinating. This is where the entity gets its name. All of these symptoms only worsen as the next 3 to 5 days, the victim begins hallucinating other levels, people, and even other entities. This completely deranges the person. No longer will they be able to understand where they are or how to take care of themselves. And in a dangerous place like the back rooms, the effects of this can come swiftly. Once the person has become so tired and worn out and succumbed to the insanity, they will eventually pass away. And this is when the entity consumes the victim. The entity is relentless and won't stop till the mind games take over the wanderer. This seems awful, and you may be wondering how you can stop it. On the bright side, hallucinations only travel alone, so you only have to worry about getting rid of one entity at a time. But by this point, it is far too late to try to find a place that's light. And no, drinking almond water, which is supposed to help with insanity, will not fix the problem. The only way to get rid of this entity is by joining a group. There are a couple levels where a lot of people tend to congregate. It will be important that you make it there on time. Now, the people who have been unfortunate enough to come across one of these and be a victim of this entity have reported not being able to distinguish between what was real and what was fake. They know that they are being followed and they know that they are being watched. All this being said, being stalked by a hallucination is a horrible and daunting experience. It messes with the human mind on levels that will make someone break. Escaping becomes extremely difficult as all senses are tampered with, and food and drinks won't fix the problem. You're alone, isolated, and going insane. Now, even though these creatures are rare, there are a couple levels that you can be on to ensure that you will never become a victim. The first level is level 11. Though this level isn't the best in regards to feeling safe, it highly resembles the normal world. So there's a high likelihood that there will be people at this level that stay for longer periods of time, making sure you always have someone with you. Next is level 6.5. This level is actually terrible to be on. It is bright, and it's so bright that it's blinding, and you'll have a difficult time navigating it. But we're talking about levels that a hallucination will never be able to get you on. And with how bright it is on this level, the chances of one being here is little to none. And finally, level 234. This level is mainly better for healing from a hallucination attack. There are many homes and buildings, though most are abandoned. But there are resources within these places. Along with this, there are gyms, restaurants, stores, and more. It's been reported that past explorers have used this facility to maintain their health and sanity. With an abundance of options, it would be a decent place to heal up and restock on necessary supplies. That concludes today's video on hallucinations. I hope you learned something in case you become a victim yourself. If you made it this far, thank you. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!